Hello and welcome to the channel, it's the Eradicator, and in today's video I wanted to go over the progress made by Turbulence Montreal team regarding the redux of Lorville, the landing zone located on planet Hurston, as well as what we might expect to see and do once it ships, and I will conclude by some personal thoughts on where all of that could lead us, so let's go, shall we? So it looks like Lorville's rework is going faster than anticipated, and that is wonderful news in itself. Originally labeled as a 4.0 feature during the last CitizenCon, Cloud Imperium Games are now starting to say that there is a chance it could make it in Star Citizen Alpha 3.19. So first, let's talk about Lorville, Star Citizen's first major landing zone, which was released for Star Citizen Alpha 3.3.5 at the very end of 2018, so well over 4 years ago already. The city features several transit lines, several mission givers, various districts with various shopping options, and was used as a stepping stone for the creation of newer, more evolved landing zones that, over the years, have started to make Lorville look pale in comparison to those. That is why a full rework of the city was decided, a rework that would not only put the city at the same level of quality of the newer landing zones, but also make it ready for future content that players will one day get to experience. One such features that was mentioned was building interiors, which won't be available for the release of the new Lorville, but will eventually come further down the line. What we will be able to do in these building interiors is unknown, but if those end up being similar to those found on the platforms that were made for the Siege of Horizon, then we could have some FPS or bounty hunting missions happening there. On top of that, it also looks like some of the new buildings of Lorville will feature landing pads for us to land on, so there should definitely be some delivery missions, as well as perhaps passenger missions, which we haven't heard of for a while, but will eventually become a reality since CIG have started developing them a while back and are also making ships dedicated to the profession like the Crusader Spirit E1, which is confirmed to be in active production. On top of that, it appears that Cloud Imperium Games have decided to give us near unrestricted access to the city's airspace, which will allow for some fantastic racing between the city's skyscrapers and some of the arches and tunnels. So next, let's talk about when we could see the release of the redone Lorville, and here I won't really talk about patch numbers, but more actual dates. So if you remember during CitizenCon, we were told that the new Lorville was scheduled for Alpha 4.0, but we learned that Chris Roberts aimed at releasing 4.0 by the end of this year, although such an ambitious date is of course questionable. Then we learned in the latest episode of Inside Star Citizen that progress is coming along faster than expected and that it might be released for Star Citizen Alpha 3.19. Now, keep in mind that 3.18 has already been considerably delayed, and it was originally planned to release for CitizenCon and then was delayed to the end of 2022, and given the fact that as of early February it still is in PTU Wave 1, Alpha 3.18 is most likely going to be 2023's Q1 release. We also know that persistent entity streaming is going to require more stabilization in order to be more robust and to be more stable. Hence, a 3.18.1 patch was also confirmed by Todd Pappy in the last episode of Star Citizen Live. Will this patch come soon after 3.18's release or a quarter later with a few additional features? Well, that we will see. So if 3.18 is quarter 1's release and 3.18.1 quarter 2's release, that makes 3.19 quarter 3's release, which could coincide with the release of the features mentioned earlier, like passenger transport, but also maybe more cargo refactor features like perhaps hauling missions. So there we have it, folks. This is what there was to say here about the new Lorville, which is coming out later this year. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys, when do you think we'll get to explore it and what do you think we'll be able to do there? Well, if you subscribe and insert a question, you are in for a chance to win a Nova tank. Also, feel free to join our Discord channel where we have another giveaway there via our video sharing contest. We are giving away a voucher that you can also gain free access to thanks to our Patreon or YouTube membership programs. Thank you so much for watching, guys. A big shout out to all the supporters of the channel who help us a lot, including Dr. Forbin, Zeo Crusher, and Wolfpack Pug. It's been the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.